day. My father started sending me dreams. I told you that I started dreaming again, and he started sending me dreams. Uh, One of the dreams was interesting because it was we were sitting in committee, basically, myself and my Holy Spirit and various people who are expert as to how we're supposed to proceed. Um, we were basically just going over material, the business aspects of it, and it was interesting because I have a friend, or had a friend. She was funny because she had said to me one time, a long time ago, she said, "There's no manual for life." I said, "Yes, there is." I said, "Our manual is God. He tells us how He wants us to live, and we either do the work or we don't, and that's all there is to it." And so anyway, there was a manual. So there's a manual. It was in the dream. Like there's a manual. I mean, it was thick. I mean, it was real thick. But it was a manual, and everybody had a copy. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I know that he put the devil to work. The devil, like I said, in and of yourself, everything exists. You say that all the time. You say that you know who Christ is, but the thing is, not everybody subscribes to the teachings of Christ the same. You basically want to do your own thing. Now you're gonna find out, where that's gonna lead you. Seriously, I mean, there's so much energy being exchanged out there, it's not even funny in the world. I mean, all these storms and stuff are basically his energy being exchanged, and people are going through it, and they don't know. They don't understand. He tell them the lesson for you, individually. Some of you might call it judgment, some of you might call it something else. It really doesn't matter what you call it. You call it what I mean, you can call it just being late to dinner. I don't care. All I know is that I've been retired. Some of you didn't spread the word and at the same time are hard-headed. And therefore, you're going to have a difficult time because you're going to still be trying to ask for things in Jesus' name. You had to know that that was never going to be the case for an eternity. You had to know that you were going to have to prove yourself to be the good person that you say that you are. You had to know that to turn your back on me was to turn your back on yourself. You had to know that. I mean, come on, people. What's really going on in these churches? Why is nobody on the same page but very few people? I mean, how many ideals or ideologies that are supposed to be Christian faith-based is it supposed to be when Christ only started one church? Now, granted, his disciples all had their own take on what it was all about, but come on, that didn't mean you go out there and you start something else. It was about us getting along. Everybody at that table was different, but at the same time subscribed to the teachings, except for Judas. Judas, he was just a straight up lunatic. So what else is new? There's a lot of straight up lunatics out there that say that they're Christian. So what's going to happen next? To be honest with you, I really don't know. I mean, I know that he's producing He's producing live action as well as stuff that's like basically recorded and filmed. Um, Not everybody's gonna like their part. They ain't gonna like, the roles they've been cast in. Some of them didn't even get a part. And that's gonna bother them too, because they're gonna sit there and say, "Well, if you just let me," no, don't work that way. Because the thing is, this is what he's doing. He's testing you as individualized expression of consciousness based upon all manner of things that you already know. Because the thing is, the fact that you lived a past life means that you knew something. It's still a part of you. You just don't remember where you picked it up, but it's still a part of you. That's why you have all these aptitudes. That's why you have all these ideas. You just don't remember where you got it from, but you have it. So it's still a part of you. So you know that you can self-correct yourself. And it's up to you to self-correct yourself, because see, the thing is, you can't come to me and look for absolution. You can't even go to a priest and look for absolution. Them motherfuckers got to work on themselves. How do I know this? Maybe because he's been telling me. He ain't been doing nothing but getting me ready for this day. And I told you he has jokes. Good Friday. I half suspected it was going to be about Good Friday. That he stretched that shit out. Because this is the day that Christ died on the cross for you. And, was supposedly resurrected. But the thing is, see, I am not going to come back and do anything for you. This is now more about you than me. I told you, funerals are for the living. People know that. There's a lot of people that know that. Mother Carson went home when she did because she ain't supposed to be a part of this bullshit. I already know that. She is not supposed to be a part of this bullshit. There's a lot of people ain't supposed to be a part of this bullshit. That's why they're checking out left and right. And you should just say, well, there's other people, he's strong enough. Tony Jermel is strong enough. He can handle this shit. He's going to get equals at you straight. Seriously, I already know who Tony is. And it wasn't just because of high school. Tony, that's just who Tony is as a man. Tony will tell you straight up, we ain't doing that. Miss Maggie do the same thing. I told you, male and female alike. Shoot. They don't play. They don't have to. They know they have a relationship with God, and they ain't gonna give it up for nobody. Lisa Williams getting ready she done scheduled an event in my neighborhood. I think that is hysterical. Connecting you with the dead. Do you know every time she could go somewhere and do some shit, some more shit jumps off? Well, all these mediums are doing that because they bringing death in. They come in and they punch a hole in the veil, and then they don't know what's coming through, and they can't close that shit. I can tell you that right now. They cannot close that shit. When I told you in the previous recording that there was some spirit here, it was, but I hadn't been dreaming. They came in and I was like, okay, that's weird. And I needed a moment to figure out who it was. And then I started dreaming again. I started seeing my people. And my Holy Spirit. My gang. My crew. And then my father sent me a dream where the devil was he's waiting in the wings. The way I see the devil, better do it with you. Because in that dream, my mama was there. And I said, oh, so-and-so. She said, are you sure you know who that is? I said, unless you gave it another name. Because I named it. I named the devil. So whenever I see him, because I get angry in a dream real quick. behind that bullshit. I told you. I know what my shit is. It's just my shit. This is my relationship with my father and stuff, you know. And hey, and he wants what he wants. He wants to harvest his crops. He don't want evil figs. He wants the sweetest of fruit. Victoria, I think she posted a picture of some parsley, something she said was going in the salad and stuff, and she said that the heirloom seeds made all the difference and stuff. I mean, heirloom tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're perfect and imperfect. I mean, they're just some of the sweetest tomatoes out there. And I mean, I'm not a big tomato fan, but I mean, they're good. You know, you have a taste for what you have a taste for. That's all there is to it. So, you know, we are going back to basically, because that's what we're looking at our food supply. And Donald Trump talking about he don't want to regulate pies anymore. I guess he can put 420 blackbirds in a pie. I don't know. If nothing else, some chicken. Because we know he loves him some KFC. Yeah, he's counting down. I'm asking. Actually, I'm checking out. I'm zoning out again. This girl went off on this man in this place. She went straight up off. He was in that bathroom. She needed to take her shower. Or she needed to go to work. She said it was payday. She wanted to get her money and she wanted to get out and go to that bank. And then I needed to use the bathroom. And brother man is in there. I mean, stinking up the place with this fucking cologne that he's like, how many squirts did you do? And he talking about he was at peace with himself. And she going off on him talking about, you know, you're supposed to be sharing this space. This is a shared space. There's other people here. And you ain't here playing your music and singing and shit. And he gonna tell me talking about, I ain't gonna let nobody take my peace. That's a devil for you. He ain't thinking about nobody else. And she said, I know how to get in that bathroom. Oh, that was funny. I'm like, girl, don't you fight this man and think I'm on here to see. I'm gonna go in my room and close the door and call up 911 and say, there's some people out there fighting. You come out here and take care of them. And I like the girl too. She told me, she said, just, you know, if you got to use the bathroom, I'm in there, just knock on the door. That's okay. Oh, no problem with her. Rico used to get on her nerves. She told Rico, you know, dude, your music is too loud. And it's late and we're trying to go to sleep. But see, you got a room with a full wall. She got something that just built, just like me. We just built it and sectioned it off. It is what it is. They keep saying, what's going to happen? Well, first off, from now on, I'm not going to be doing anything. I can tell you that right now. That was the last dream that my father sent me. The devil is going to be delivering all your shit. I know you said that to me. What do you mean the devil's going to be delivering my shit? When you pray, your shit goes up into the ethers. Seriously. There are people in spirit, you know, angels, spirit guides, whatever. They deliver your shit to the heavens, the consciousness of God. And then he examines it and he sees what it is you're asking for and how it benefits the total collective. And then what he does is he will bring it to fruition, but not necessarily in the way that you think. Because, I mean, it goes through various stages. He showed me all this shit. It goes through various stages, and then poof, It's here in the world. And what you're going to do with it is what you're going to do with it. And some people get multiple chances because they actually, they deserve them. But you only get so many chances. That's why I'm coughing up truth. Every time I start hiccuping, I'm coughing up truth. So he's only going to give you so many chances to get your shit right. I told you, he's tired. He done dreamed another reality, and so he does rest, but at the same time, he rested multiple times. I told you, sometimes he just go offline. He rests. And he tell me to rest too. Because, I'll hit a wall, and I'll be like, I'm tired. I said, I did this to myself. I didn't push myself too hard. You were trying to tell me to stand down, and I did not want to listen to you. And that's what makes me sick to my stomach and shit like that. So, where am I at now? I'm here. He told me straight up. He said, now, you already know you are being retired. You know that you're tired and you need to get some rest. So, I'm doing all that. That's why Christ did not come back right away. It was like, he needed some time. And then he came back and, revealed himself and said, okay, this shit is real. Because it was time. And certain people were privileged to see him. And then it was word of mouth. And the thing is, he had demonstrated so many miracles back then that it was not hard for those people to make that leap of faith. It's harder for you to make that leap of faith because you don't know what you believe. Some of you believe in angels, some of you don't. Even though angels are a part of everybody's religious ideology. So what? Some of you think you can wrestle with an angel. Wrestle. They make you think you're wrestling with them. You did the same show. Early on when he was waking me up, and I said, I didn't want to talk to anybody but the angels. I was mad at Spirit. And the angels like, dude, you think we're going to treat you any differently? You got to get ready. You family. You got to come back home. We got to purge this shit from you. Your father said, I met your price. He knew I just want to come back home. No, you saying, well, that means you're going to die. No, not right away. We still have to deliver certain information. I just not, answering your prayers, so don't ask me. Because, see, that's the devil's job now. I'm telling you, that motherfucker is really crack. Don't understand half the shit. It was funny. Because I'm sitting there dreaming, I'm like, okay. And the mailman was at the door. They got letters and packages for, the devil to deliver. And the devil looking at me like, isn't that your job? No. You want me to get the dope for you? Where's your job now? I told you, shit is hysterical. That means you have to deliver on all your shit. You have to do it, not me. There ain't gonna be no miracles from Jesus. You got to do it. And remember how nice you were to me? How many of you helped me out? At least once. I told you. My friend here, who's man, and Miss Maggie, who's woman, on two sides of the bookends of this country, the leaders of the free world, this country, they bought you some time. They did. But the thing is, they ain't gonna do shit for you because they have to be blessed. Now, they will do stuff for people that they know, that they care about, but they ain't obligated to do anything for you. They just bought you some time because I was praying for them. I want them to be happy because they're good people. I do have sincere love for them. They are good people. Could they give me everything that I wanted? No, they ain't supposed to. I had to be understanding of that fact. I know for a fact that if they could do it, they would have. But hey, it's not fair. And I told my father, this is not fair to them. We're pushing them too hard. But we know why God does what he does. Now, Miss Maggie knows. She said, he really does work in mysterious ways. Yeah, he does. That was another thing that he showed me too. I told you, the devil's in the dark. The devil's not in the light. The devil is in the dark. Whenever I used to dream about the devil before, the devil was in the light. Now the devil's in the dark. That's what my father is. That means you can't see through the devil. But you gonna still try. Seriously, it should have worked for a little bit. It takes a while. I can't wait to see y'all go bankrupt. I'm talking about the good old days when you were able to steal and trade in God's secrets. I mean, talk about criminals in tight. That's y'all. Talking about spirit does all the work, but you ain't spirit. You ain't supposed to be doing some work. Tell me how stupid I am. I guess I am stupid, but at the same time, I'm also a man of faith. And there are people out there that know that. My father did not just set me up for failure. He set me up for success. I just didn't like it. And he already told me I was not going to like it. I'm tired of watching y'all act a fool. Seriously. Every time I turn around, y'all acting a fool. You're hurting his kids. And I'm talking about literal kids as well as grown-ass, adult-ass kids who throw temper tantrums. Yeah, put up with their bullshit. Like Donald Trump is, if you wanted Donald Trump to act better, then you would not support his nonsense. End of discussion. That's what any of your world leaders. There was no mistake that that church caught on fire. Notre Dame. So they saved the artwork. And the bees were fine. The bees were below the fire line. That's good. Because, we need bees. So what? A lot of you were affected by that. I said, well, that's so sad. It's just stuff. Seriously, they already said they can't rebuild it the way it was. And they shouldn't even attempt to do so. Well, how are you going to do that? This shit was built back, I don't know how many thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago. This shit don't... You don't even have the same materials around anymore. And in fact, you don't want the same materials around before. The whole thing that fucked it up was something modern and electrical. That's why it caught on fire. That's what they theorize now, but they really don't know. I mean, mankind, they spend more time investigating some shit, and then they still don't know. They had all these planes fall out the sky, these old planes. I mean, it's like, how many planes y'all gotta investigate and why they fell out of the sky? Maybe you thought you were supposed to be flying. You ain't supposed to be flying. You're supposed to sit your ass down. It don't really matter. I ain't got nothing. I told you, I'm broke. I ain't got shit. I got a father. My God. They gonna take care of it. I said, okay. He made sure I bought a lottery ticket. Okay, I ain't got no money. I told you, y'all keep laughing at me when I say that. I ain't got no money. Do you know why I say that? I don't have any. I never did. I just had a relationship with him. I didn't have any money before. I just went out there and did some shit. And y'all were like impressed. Y'all the one that talking about, oh, it's all about the money now. What am I supposed to do? Who do I turn to when I need love? That's Shantae Moore. Yeah. Who do I turn to when I need love? I turn to him. I said, I ain't got nobody. Nobody loves me. He said, oh yeah, you got people that love you. In the spirit and in the living. You really do. They just don't know what to do. Seriously. They like, this is fucked up. And some of them who were your friends, they still miss you. I'm like, I don't know why they miss me. They let me go. Well, some of them left because you told them, you know, you need to get off my friends list because you have people on there, I cannot deal with their energy. And then there were other people that I just basically just said, you're a straight up lunatic, and no, I'm not apologizing to you, bye. And my family, well, you know, hey, blood is thicker than water, they say. I don't know. When they clots. I told you, my family don't like me. I don't like them. I mean, truth be told. And you sitting there talking about, how you gonna sit there and say, you? Well, yeah, he taught me how to love you. But you know how much shit I had to look past to love you? And then you turned around and you pulled that shit with me? And gonna sit there and talk to me like I'm stupid? You, who was supposed to be my so-called family, we grew up with the same set of parents. Not different parents. We had the same set of parents. Why didn't you not learn your lesson? Oh, yeah, I keep blowing my nose. Well, you know, the air conditioner's on, it's hot. I told them we being watched, that shit. They wanted to know if I could see in the car or some shit, so they could cheat the system. And yeah, Ola May said it best when she said, that man can't get you into heaven. Talking about that priest or that pastor. No, he can't, because he got his own issues. And she ain't no better. What you want? A cookie? Seriously. You want a dog treat? Unconditional loving? Which is bullshit, and you know it. You did not exhibit that with me. And I know damn well you ain't gonna exhibit it with one another. My brother put his baby boy out and he let that boy die. He let them saw him up like firewood. Well, he did. I know he did. And they're gonna try and pay for it by sitting there talking about whatever she wants. Cost that woman one of her eggs, sunny side up. Whatever she wants. She? What about what did you want? Did you want your son? Brother? My fucked up family gonna sit there and ask me or talk about, well, you know, Uncle Leonard, he gives me his seal of approval. You know how stupid my brother is? Why would you seek that as a seal of approval? He said he knows there's a God, but at the same time, he's a straight up asshole. He's full of himself. He talks about how people are full of shit when he gets drunk. As if he's not. His daughter sat there in that fucking funeral home, Dan Scales, and sat there and said, why is this happening? Because your daddy is a straight up lunatic. And then your mama told me what she told you when you were sitting there thinking about how Cleve was dead. And she said, Cleve is fine. Now she gave birth to that boy. And she ain't even missing him. Straight up lunatics. They don't care. They ain't trying to be reunited. They take shit for granted. So what's the next chapter? I don't know. I know my father's gonna rub some shit in your face. Not my problem. Not my monkey. Not my zoo. Not my show. You talking about Hollywood? Oh, Hollywood knows how, a good script is when it's been penned. I didn't work in entertainment for nothing, and I understood the numbers, and I also understood how they, basically told a tale. What do you know when you are sitting there getting bootleg shit off the internet because you don't want to pay for it? I know that about you too. Stone. That's how you get viruses and shit. My brother Howard did that. He gave me some shit, some software. That shit fucked my computer up. Talking about, oh, this is clean. No, it's not. You trying to steal. I said, I'm not loading anything else that you give me. I don't even dream about his wife anymore. I wonder if they still even together. Because that shit is funny. Because I used to dream about her. I don't dream about her anymore. So they might have separated. Especially after he lost, not one but 2 homes. Whatever. He's a straight up drug addict. And she was too. She was smoking dope. What you want? Cookie? I said, well, you an alcoholic. If only I could get that drunk. Seriously. If only I could get that drunk. And tomorrow's 420. They say talking about that in the news. Motherfucker down there. Where he actually led the charge for Brother Man. They renaming that intersection. Nipsey Hussle, in his name. And he talking about he done recorded with this white man happy 420 day and stuff, and just imbibe responsibly and make sure that you get it from somebody who we've approved, because there might be pesticides and shit like that in there. And you do realize that some people just don't give a fuck when they want to get high. But at the same time, you say well, shit is legal now and we want those tax dollars. So what you telling me? I mean, I see weed shops on every other corner now, just like I saw liquor stores and psychics, palm readers or whatever. Now, why would I go in there except to go in there and say, oh, let me see what you know. Does it measure up to what I know? I told you, you do not want to mess with me. Well, they ain't worried about it. No, they ain't worried about it. They think they got it good like that. See, that fool always thinks he's got it good. Because that's why he's a fool. What am I going to do? Nothing. You're going to do it to yourself. I told you, I know exactly what you're going to do because you're stupid. And I will protect mine. Not because they pray to me, but because they know what they're supposed to be doing and what they're not supposed to be doing. Don't consult with them people. Don't you let them in. Because I can't stop them from getting in if you give them permission. You have a combination lock on you now. I suggest you lock yourself down like I did. And if somebody come up to you talking about, I got a reading from you from Spirit or a message from Spirit, no, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got shit for me, because I got my relationship. I don't need you to tell me something or reassure me about something. Reassure yourself. Because in the days of old, people are always messing around with some shit they end up messing around with. And I'll tell you why. Because they couldn't deal with their shit. And they would sneak and do it. And then when they realized they were consorting with certain forces that they probably shouldn't have been, the first thing they wanted to do was deny the fact that they did it. And then at the same time blame that person. And them people, as crazy as they were, because they said, well, I can go to the dark side. And see, the dark side was supposed to be, negative. But no, it wasn't negative. It was just counterproductive to what they were, because they wanted you to worship them. I told you, I know who these people are. They wanted you to worship them over God. So I tell you what, go ahead, keep kissing their ass. Eventually you're going to have a mouthful of shit that you're going to sit there and try and figure out how you're going to get that taste out of your mouth. Because what? They told you about your loved ones. You should have knew what your loved ones were doing anyway. And if they were okay, and if they crossed okay, and if they lived their best life with you. Don't sit there and tell me that all of a sudden it's about you actually having that kind of consideration when you know damn well you don't. You let those motherfuckers go through hell without you. And if you sit there and say that this planet is hell, then you let them go through hell without you. Never go it alone. Always have a walking buddy. Lest that which you cannot trust will fuck you better than anybody else. Because they know all your shit. That's why I told you, these priests, they don't do exorcisms because some motherfuckers know their secrets. And you never know when they're around you. I told you that there was something in here. I've been throwing all kind of shit out. They try and come in there and talk to me. I'm just gonna throw shit out for you. You take that shit in, that shit is yours. Understand me? Have a nice day. Peace.